They feel the love as deeply for you as you feel for them. They see all of the signs and synchronicities, hear the songs, have the thoughts from the moment they wake up all throughout the day and before they go to sleep, the same way as you do. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In case you're new here, my name is Kim. This is my little girl Bella. This is Core Union. Today I want to talk a little bit about blaming yourself or blaming your specific person, or maybe you're just blaming both of you and how important it is for you to stop doing it. But I wanted to particularly address a client's concern. She brought up something that she somehow heard from another coach. I believe this is going to help all of you. The thing that she heard from the other coach was that if you experienced your true love, your mirror soul blaming you, then it's not your true mirror soul. Not putting anybody down because everybody's teaching from their own lens and their own filter. And they may understand law of assumption, but they may not actually understand on a deep level. Before I get further into this, if you do love my content, please do like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. It helps me grow, and I do appreciate you for that. If you want me to be your coach to help you manifest anything related to your specific person, email a short description to me at kim@coreunion.com. Go to my website, coreunion.com, book whatever you want to book. My scheduling assistant, Olga, will get back to you as soon as possible. So I'm not going to say the term it's a lie because I don't believe that the coach that my client heard saying this, I don't believe that coach was intentionally trying to mislead people, but it's just false. It is someone that is more so in kind of the twin flame community. And you know that that narrative can come along with a lot of story, a lot of symbolism, just a lot of stuff that when you go down that path, you can end up finding yourself trapped in the idea of separation, the runner, the chaser, and all that. So I highly recommend that if you do listen to videos from people in that community, some of it is just outright false. It's wrong because there is no runner chaser within you. In fact, I'll share a little bit of something that one of my clients just shared with me. I just read her email this morning. If your person is running from you or blocking you or ignoring you, you just have to go within and love yourself and stop running away from yourself and your fears. Okay. And instead turn towards yourself, trust in love, and that your soul's desire does already exist. So that is beyond instant. So the moment you accept your desire, yes, you are automatically in the unfolding of it when you trust in that 100%. If you are allowing yourself to naturally be in the relationship and you're embodying that I am the wife, I am the partner, the husband, the spouse, the girlfriend, the boyfriend, whatever, then throughout the day, you're in flow, you're loving yourself, you're loving life, you're already whole and complete. You live from embodying the energy of being a couple for a few moments every hour to 2 hours. Obviously, you do saturated inner work. I think it's really good in the morning when you first wake up to get everything in momentum and in alignment with what it is that you want. And then before you go to sleep, do something. It's also good to pause in the middle of the day if you can and just meditate. Literally, just stillness is very powerful because when you meditate for you don't have to meditate for long. You can meditate for 5, 7, 10 minutes. You can meditate for an hour if you choose to, but you don't do any of these things to try to get your person back because you can't get back what you already have. You can't get any closer with your person because you guys are already one. So anyway, one of my other clients, so in other words, there is no avoidance. There is no runner. It's you avoiding facing the stuff that was in you that ended up surfacing when you fell in love with your person, when you realized how much you deeply love them. Isn't she just the sweetest thing in the world? Oh my God. So one of my clients, I have an analogy to give to you guys too, if I can. Yeah. One of my clients just emailed me and she was just reflecting on the last bit of stuff that happened with her and her mirror soul. I did mention her on a recent video before, but what she reflected on was that when her mirror soul sent her a video basically saying, you need to understand um, your love's eyes, she felt within nothing and she questioned it was like this moment of I'm not ready for this and I don't even think I love him. Now of course she loves him, but in the moment when the revelation happened where he said, like, basically, you need to learn the look in my eyes, I'm your love and you need to understand, she froze inside and she went numb and she went cold and she was like, I don't even think I love him. She recognized and observed what happened within her because she's being more present now with herself. And she saw the truth that it was never him running, that it was him reflecting the little part of her who's running away from being loved out of fear that there's either going to be some sort of, rug pulled out from underneath me, rejection, abandonment, or any of that stuff. Okay. So stop blaming your person, stop blaming yourself, forgive everything. And truly forgiving is both owning it, forgiving yourself, forgiving your person, truly letting it go, releasing it. If you had a universal TV remote and you had your new TV, in other words, your new TV represents your new story, your new life, the reality that you are choosing, that you want to have a life together that's full of love, harmony, bliss, happiness, joy with your mirror soul. Where you guys have gotten past all of your insecurities, you've let go of your hangups, and you are just in complete trust of each other. And no matter what you go through, you always end up seeing eye to eye because you know that your love is rare. Okay, so you always pull towards each other instead of running away because you are now centered, balanced, and grounded. And you know that you're safe and secure, that you can fully love and be vulnerable with your mirror soul. So the TV, you have the universe remote, and the TV right ahead of you, oh my God, represents your dream life with your person. And there'll still be challenges because life will always give you challenges. So, hold on. So, oh my God, she's so cute. So let's say that you had two other TVs that you had upgraded, but they were still in the room because you didn't let them go. They didn't really work too well. They weren't exactly what you wanted. But this universal remote, because you've had these other devices over the years, this universal remote is also programmed to those TVs as well, representing other realities. Even though they're infinite, we're talking about like as if there's just three. There are three TVs. You have your remote, which represents, let's just say it represents you, right? And this universal remote now is programmed to three different TVs. The batteries are almost dead, so the signal is weak. But because it's also still programmed, because you didn't deprogram it from these other TVs, when you select power and you want to turn your ideal TV, your new TV on, not only is the signal weak, you can't quite see, it won't turn it on, but it keeps powering this one on, or it keeps powering this old one on. And this is representing that when you do all of your inner work and it's only about your person and you're draining yourself, that represents the batteries that are kind of drained. They're not that powerful because you haven't changed them. So when you do your inner work, this is why you want to tap in a more powerful way, which doesn't mean that you're just waking up and just saying affirmations about your person, because then you guys are like mentally drained and exhausted. But instead, you are tapping into love for yourself, into your power, and you're going kind of in union with source because you are source, having an experience from the human perspective for source, for the creator of literally everything. You're the vessel of the light. Okay, but you're also the light. But it also represents that you didn't uninstall from the universal remote. You didn't basically cut off that old TV and that old TV. So the signal from the universal remote isn't able to turn the power on to the TV that you want it to. Okay. So if you change the batteries and deprogram the remote so it no longer turns any other devices on except for the one that you want, then everything will work perfectly and efficiently. So, in the same way, you have to power yourself up because from the human conditioning, we do tend to forget it is intentionally set up that way from my belief system. So, we do need to turn to ourselves, power up, love ourselves, get in alignment and agreement with our heart and soul, because the heart and soul is the truth. The heart and soul is telling you this is already done. This already exists, or I wouldn't even be able to feel it in the core of me. Okay. So that's you changing the batteries in the remote when you power up in a more powerful way. You do your inner work from embodying, already being everything that you already want, realizing that all of reality and everyone in it is one with you. When you're saying, well, I am choosing, I am deciding, but then you're still reminiscing and ruminating over what was said, what was done, blaming, shaming self, your person, you didn't actually decide because you didn't actually cut off the old story. Please do affirm down below that you've received this message and you trust what is already existing because you know that you wouldn't be able to feel it in your heart and soul. Rumi said, what you want wants you. Okay, what you desire desires you. So your person wants you literally equally as much as you want them. They feel the love as deeply for you as you feel for them. They see all of the signs and synchronicities, hear the songs, have the thoughts from the moment they wake up all throughout the day and before they go to sleep, the same way as you do. But then why are they ignoring me? Because you're probably ignoring yourself, because you're probably going at doing the inner work to try to get something that's already yours. So you're not actually balanced, grounded, stable, secure, and fully empowered, knowing that you're already whole and complete and what you want is already yours. Okay. Anyway, I intend that this video helped. So please do affirm down below. I know that me and my mirror soul are already one, and I trust in our love. Reach out to me if you need me. Have an amazing day. And say bye to Bella. Love you guys. Bye. Nothing can come, nothing can come, nothing can come between.